Well, let's move further. Here in this question, it's saying the marks of some students were listed from total marks of 75 and standard deviation was found to be 9. Subsequently, the marks were raised to a maximum of 100. Okay, so what happened was initially they have given marks out of 75 and they have now changed the scale and now they are distributing the marks out of 100. Okay, so obviously marks will be changed by some scale again, right? Okay, and they have asked what is the new variance. Okay, so to find a variance, I don't have any information about my data, but I know that initially they were calculated from 75. Now the scale has been changed and they are now calculated from 100. So my initial standard deviation was 9, right? So if I take that initially, let's say the marks was X when it was taken out of 75. Can you tell me if I raise the scale to 100? In place of X, what the new marks will become? Well, that has to be nothing but 4x by 3. Right? I have just changed the scale. If X was from 75, 4x by 3 will be from 100. Right? Perfect. So we have this information with us. That means what? That all the datas or all the marks are now multiplied by 4 by 3. And if that happens, what becomes the new variance? Well, we have a property for this, right? What is the property? That if initially I have data as xi, I have multiplied the data by a, it has become axi. And if I have my initial variance as sigma I square, the new variance is nothing but a square times of the initial variance, right? This property is what we have to use here. In this question, a is nothing but 4 by 3. Clear? Okay, so each observation as it is multiplied by 4 by 3. So I can say that my new variance will be nothing but 4 by 3 whole square is getting multiplied by the initial variance. And what was the initial variance? That was 9 square, because the standard deviation was 9, right? And when I calculate, this value is actually 16 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 81, which is nothing but 16 into 9, which is equal to 144. That means I can quickly say that my final variance will be equal to 144. Have you understood? Perfect. And now if we look at the options, we can say the answer will be C. Well, in this question, it has asked what is the mean deviation about mean for the following data. They have given us xi as well as the corresponding frequency. Okay, so how do you calculate mean deviation? What is the formula? Can you recall, guys? Well, the formula for mean deviation about mean, when the frequency is given as summation of fi, xi minus x bar whole modulus divided by summation of fi, right? This is the formula for mean deviation about mean. Clear? Perfect. So we are going to apply this formula for mean deviation. Now for this, definitely I have to find some things over here. I have to find x bar, that is my mean. What is the formula for that? Well, mean formula is summation of fi xi divided by fi. Again, I am putting the stress on remember the formula, guys. It is very important in this chapter that you should remember all the formulas that are taught to you. So this is my formula for mean. So I have to find summation of fi. I have to find summation of fi xi, that is required for mean, as well as summation of fi xi minus x bar. All these data are required, right? So quickly, let's form a table. So I have the table with me and I have all these data. Xi, Fi is there. So Fi, Xi, I have to just multiply these quantities. So it's going to be 10, then 6, then it will be 12, 20, 30, 28, and 16. And then I'll find Xi minus X bar. But before that, I have to find my mean. And for that, I have to definitely find my summation of Fi. That was coming out as 25 and my summation of fi xi, which is going to come out as 122. So now we have clearly seen the formula for mean. When I substitute the values, it's going to become 122 divided by 25, which is going to come out as 4.88. Clear? So mean is known to me. Now I have to find first xi minus x bar. So xi is 2, my mean is 4.88, so first value is 2.88. Then I have 3, again my mean is 4.88, subtraction is 1.88. Okay. Then I have 4 and again mean is 4.88. When I subtract, it's 0.88. And then I have next as 5 and 4.88, the subtraction is 0.12. For 6, it is 1.12. For 7, I have to keep on adding 1. Nothing much. So it's 2.12 and the last one is 3.12. Clear? Perfect. So now I have to find fi xi minus x bar because that is required in my mean deviation formula. So I'll just multiply my frequency with these data, right? So when I do that, the first one is 14.4, the second one is 3.76. Just keep on multiplying, guys, nothing else. Third is 2.64, fourth one is 0.48, fifth is 5.6, sixth is 8.48, last one is 2 into 3.12, that is 6.24. And when I add this part also, my final value comes out as 41.6. So now I have what all was required for the question. I have my summation of fi, summation of fi xi, summation of fi xi minus x bar. And again, when I write the formula for mean deviation, it is going to become 41.6 divided by 25. The final value comes out as 1.66. So for this, definitely you have to calculate all these terms, which can be a bit lengthier. But obviously, if the question is being asked, you have to calculate, guys. Can't help it out. So the final answer is with us 1.6. Though I want to tell you one more thing. The questions involving so much of calculations are generally not asked in JEE Means. So you don't have to worry that much about this specific question. But these questions may be asked when you go for your board exams. Yes, they can ask questions of this kind. That means calculation is required. You have to calculate whether it is for your JEE Mains or for your board exams. So coming back to the question, the final answer is 1.66. And if we check the options, we can say the answer is D. Well, moving further, let's see what they have said here. There are 60 students in a class. Okay. And the following is the frequency distribution of marks obtained by the students in a test. So the test marks are to be revealed where x is a positive integer. Then what is the variance of the marks they have asked? Okay, so marks are 0, 1 till 5 and frequency basically is your number of students. So that is given to me as from x minus 2 till x plus 1. This entire table is with us. They have given us options for variance also. Okay, so since total number of students are 60, that means the sum of this frequency should come out as 60, right? Because it's denoting number of students. So the summation of all the frequencies should be 60. This is the first thing. From here, I'll try to find the value of x. Because when I get the value of x, I have my fi with me. And the formula for mean and variance then can be applied, right? So first of all, we are going to go by the question. Marks and the frequency or the number of students are with us. Sum of total frequency or let's say the summation of f, which is nothing but the number of students is 60. So I have to add the frequency. So when I add, I'm going to get first, I'm going to expand this x plus 1 whole square. So it's coming out as x square plus 2x plus 1, right? So when I add x square terms, I'm going to get 1x square over here and 1 over here. So it's going to become 2x square. Then I'm going to add my x part. So I have x plus x, that is 2x, plus 2x, that is 4x, plus 2x, that is 6x, plus x, that is 7x. And then I'm coming to the constant part, which is minus 2 plus 1 plus 1. So minus 2 plus 1 is 0. So I'm left with this is equal to 60. Or I can say that I'll have 2x squared plus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. And now I have to just simplify this, or let's say solve this to get the values of x. So it's going to become 2x squared plus 15x minus 8x minus 60 is equal to 0. Or I can say that factors will be 2x plus 15 multiplied by x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now, since x is definitely a positive value, I can directly say that x has to be equal to 4. So, we have got x is equal to 4. So, if I have my value of x is equal to 4, I can definitely write the corresponding frequencies. So, this is going to become 2, then this will be 4, then this is 16, 25, 8 and 5. So, that means I'll have 25 students whose marks are coming as 3 and 2 students whose marks are coming as 0. They haven't studied at all. And 3 students have got the maximum marks, that is 5, and so on further. Okay, fine. So I have my frequency. Now to get the variance, that is sigma square, I have to definitely find the mean first. And what is the formula for mean? In this case, when I have frequency with me, the mean is nothing but summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi. And the variance sigma square formula, can you recall guys what that is? So it is summation of fi xi square by n minus x bar square, right? So now I have to obviously find my summation of fi xi, my summation of fi, which is nothing but n, and also summation of fi xi square. Clear? Okay. So let's form the table again. So I have these means and variance formulas with me, and I have xi and corresponding fi also. So I'll first find fi xi. So I have to just multiply these data. So it's going to become 0, then 4, then 32, 75, 32 and 25. And for fi xi square, I'm just multiplying xi again in this. So 0 into 0 is 0. Then 4 into 1 is nothing but 4. Then 32 into 2 is nothing but 64. 75 into 3 is coming out as 225. 32 into 4 is coming out as 128. And lastly, 25 into 5 is coming out as 125. Clear? Okay. So these are the values which I require. Now, summation of fi, well, that value is 60. When I add all of it, summation of fi xi, when I add, it's coming out as 168. And when I add summation of fi xi square, it comes out as 546. So first, let's find the mean formula, which is summation of fi xi. So it's going to become 168 divided by 60, which is coming out as 2.8 approximately, right? Okay, so I'm getting this value of mean as 2.8, and then I have to apply the variance formula. Now here we already know that my summation of fi is my n, so it's going to become 546 by summation of fi, that is 60, or n is 60, minus x bar whole square, that is 2.8 whole square, right? And when I solve this out, it's coming out as 1.26. So my variance is 1.26, and this is going to be the final answer for the question. Have you understood? Perfect. And now if we look at the options, we can say answer will become A. Well, in this question, let's see what they have said. A data is consisting of n observations, x1 till xn, and they have given us two equations. First one is xi plus 1 whole square is 9n when I is going from 1 to n. And the second one is xi minus 1 whole square is equal to 5n. What is the standard deviation they have asked? Okay, so this is the given information. They have asked what is the value of sigma. Now guys, sigma formula is root over summation of xi square by n minus, I can say, summation of xi by n, that is mean whole square, right? That means I have to find both the values. I have to get summation of xi square also as well as summation of xi also using these two relations. Is this clear? Perfect. Let's start solving. I'm expanding both the squares in first relation as well as in second relation. So my first relation is going to become xi square plus 1 plus 2 xi, right? This entire summation is equal to, further I can break it as summation of xi square. Now guys, if I add 1 till n times, this summation of 1 is going to become n, right? So this value is n. And then I have twice of summation xi. I can take 2 common. So this value is equal to 9n. Clear? Okay, so I'm taking this n also this side. So finally I'll be left with plus twice of summation xi is equal to 8n. Clear? Okay. This is, let's say, my first equation. Now, similarly, I'm going to form the second equation, expanding xi minus 1 whole square. So, when I do that, it's going to become summation of xi square plus 1 minus twice xi. And when I break it down, it's summation of xi square. Again, summation of 1 will be n minus twice of summation of xi, that is equal to 5n. And again, I'll take 1n to this side. So, it's going to become 4n. So, finally, I'll be left with summation of xi square minus twice summation of xi is equal to 4n. This is my second equation. Now, what do I have to get? I have to get summation of xi square and summation of xi using these two equations. So, what we are going to do? Well, we'll add and we'll subtract, right? So, let's say when I add, I'm getting 1 plus 2. When I do that, it's going to become twice summation of xi square is equal to 12n. That means my summation of xi square is 6n. Similarly, when I subtract, when I write 1 minus 2, it's going to give me 4 times of summation of xi is equal to 4n. That means summation of xi value is n. And now I can substitute these two values in the variance formula, or let's say the standard deviation formula, which is this. So when I substitute the values, it's going to become root over the first term, that is summation of xi square is 6n divided by n minus summation of xi by n whole square is going to become n by n whole square. And when you solve this out, it's going to become root over 6 minus 1. Or I can finally say that my standard deviation in this question is root over 5. Is this clear? Perfect. And now if we look at the options, we can say that answer will be B. Well, in this question, they have asked the mean deviation about median for the data. They have given us marks in a continuous range. So, marks 0 to 10, corresponding number of students is 6. Then, marks 10 to 20, corresponding number of students is 8. And similarly, till the last part, that is, if marks are between 50 to 60, the corresponding students are lesser. There are only 2 students in this case. So, number of students definitely will give you the frequency, but what is changing here? The marks. The data, they have not given us the exact value, they have given us the range. So, this will be the question of continuous frequency distribution. How are we going to approach this out? Well, first of all, I have to find the median, right? Okay, now to find the median, again, there's a catch over here. You have to remember the process whenever you are dealing with questions like this. Clear? Okay, so let's start with the solution. We have the class and the corresponding frequencies with us. What do we do first of all? To get the median, I have to find some terms over here. So first I'll find the midpoint. I can say the midpoint for class 0 to 10. Well, that will be 5. Similarly, midpoint for class 10 to 20, well, that will be 15 and so on. Corresponding, I'll also get the cumulative frequency. Clear? Okay, you know what is cumulative frequency, right? We keep on adding the previous frequencies. So, Let's start with the midpoint values. There are 5 for the first class, then 15, then 25, 35, 45 and 55. And when we find the cumulative frequency, we'll just keep on adding with the previous one. So initially it's 6, then 6 plus 8 will be 14, then 14 plus 14 will be 28, then it's going to become 28 plus 16, that is 44, 44 plus 4 is 48, till the last we are getting it's 50. That means I can say that this is equal to my n value. What is n? Summation of fi, which is going to come out as 50. Clear? Perfect. Now, to find the median, what I have to find first is median class. Yes, there is a concept here. You have to get the median class. Now, what is median class? Well, median class is the class which is corresponding to the cumulative frequency just greater than n by 2. Got confused? Don't worry. I'll just repeat this part. First of all, we'll find n by 2. So, what is my n by 2 value? Well, that is 50 by 2. That is equal to 25. Clear? Now, I have to find the class whose cumulative frequency is just greater than this 25. Okay, so when I go for the cumulative frequency part, I have initially 6, then I have 14, then I have 28. So this is my class which is corresponding to the cumulative frequency just greater than n by 2. Clear? Okay, so my cumulative frequency is 28 and corresponding to this cumulative frequency, the class which I get is 20 to 30. This is known as the median class. Understood, guys? What we have done, let me just repeat for you. First, we are going to find n, capital N, which is my summation of fi. Then I will find n by 2. In this case, it's coming out as 25. Then what we are going to do? We are going to find the cumulative frequency which is greater than n by 2. It came out as 28. And the class corresponding to this cumulative frequency is known as the median class. Understood, guys? Perfect. So therefore, I can say that 20 to 30 is the median class. So we have got the median class. Now, why have we found the median class? Well, that is again a catch over here. If we have got the median class, now I can apply the formula for median. And guys, if you don't remember it, please learn this formula. What is the formula for median? Well, the formula goes like this. Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus f1 divided by f multiplied by h. Again, some new terms, right? Okay, so let's start one by one. What is L first? Well, L is the lower limit of the median class. Now, 20 to 30 is the median class. You know what is the lower limit, right? What is the lower limit? Well, we can say that lower limit here is 20. Clear? Okay. Then n by 2. Well, we have already found that n, that was summation of all the frequencies, came out as 50. That means n by 2 is equal to 25. Perfect? Okay. Now comes another term which is F1. Now, what is F1? Well, F1 is the cumulative frequency just preceding to the median class. Okay, so my median class is 20 to 30. Its cumulative frequency is 28. So, F1 is the cumulative frequency just preceding to this median class. That means F1 value is equal to 14. Right? Okay, so this is my F1 cumulative frequency of the class which is preceding to the median class. Clear? Perfect. Now, what is F? F is the frequency of the median class. Now, my median class is 20 to 30. So, corresponding to this, the frequency actually comes out as 14. So, my F here is 14. And what is H? Well, H is width of the class or the median class. So, what is width of the median class? Well, you know, if the median class interval is from 20 to 30, the width is 10. So, these are the parameters. Again, let's revise quickly. L is the lower limit of the median class. In this case, L is 20. N by 2, we already have found out this is 25. F1 is the cumulative frequency of class which is preceding the median class, that is 14 in this case. F is the frequency of the median class, that is again 14 in this case, and H is the class width, that is 10. Perfect. Okay, so now when we substitute all these terms over here, the final value of median comes out as 27.85. This will be the median. Clear? Now, what have they asked? They have asked the mean deviation, right? Okay, so going to that part, we have to obviously write down the formula for mean deviation. So, what was the formula for mean deviation about median? Well, to find mean deviation about median, we are going to use this formula. It's 1 by n multiplied by summation of fi, and then you have to write modulus of xi minus median. In this case, we have to write median over here because we are going to find mean deviation about median. Clear? Perfect. We have every term with us now, isn't it? We already have median, we already have xi's. Xi's are the midpoints which we have just written, and I have capital N with me, that is 50 summation of fi. So let's quickly form some tables for magnitude, or let us say modulus of xi minus m as well as fi multiplied by that part. So my m is 27.85 and my xi for the first class is 5. The difference is 22.85. Clear? Okay, when I take xi as 15, again the difference is coming out as 12.85. When I take this as 25, it's coming out as 2.85. When I take this as 35, it's coming out as 7.15. When I take 45, you have to just keep on adding 10 now. It's 17.15. And when we take the last xi as 55, it's going to come out as 27.15. And now we have to just multiply the frequency. For the first one, 6 multiplied by 22.85. Well, that value is 137.1. And then we'll go on filling the tables. So the next one is 8 multiplied by 12.85, which will become 102.8. 14 multiplied by 2.85, well, that will be 39.9. 16 multiplied by 7.15, that is 114.4. And similarly, the last two also. Clear? Now, we'll find its summation because that is what we have to put in the formula, isn't it? So when I find the summation of the last column over here, it comes out as 517.1, and now we have to just substitute in the formula. We already know that my capital N value is 50, which is nothing but summation of fi, right? Okay, so when we do that, when we substitute the values, it comes out as 517.1 by 50, that is equal to 10.34. So this will be the final answer for the question which they have asked. And guys, I hope you remember now how to find the mean when you have a continuous frequency distribution. Understood? Perfect. And if we look at the options now, we can say that our answer will become B.